Holy crap. Oh my god, that is so bright. Dude, that is awesome. Oh my god.
Make it worse.
We're so good. We're gonna get in so much trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I got.
Yes, this is Farza. I need a liter of cola.
Oh my god, dude, thank you so much, man. Seriously, dude, that rocks, man. Littering in. Oh my god.
It's crazy, man.
Holy crap, dude. There's too many toys. Holy.
It has so much you can do. I don't even know what all it does. But it works. But it all
works.
Dude, that is so good, man. That's a lot of wiring, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have way more time in this. You're like, oh yeah, yours is so much more simplified than Gary's.
Well, I had asked if they could do it simpler, but we did it cool.
Oh, dude, that is the coolest.
Is cool.
That's the coolest. There's how many? There's like so many different pops and blurbs, and the guys said that you got so many different things.
Play with the settings because it does so much stuff. We're only on one right now, and there's so many different things. So each one has got its own thing. God. And then there's.
Holy crap! What is the volume level on?
I don't know, but it's loud.
Dude, it's like.
So I think this little thing right here, I think you stick a screwdriver in there and you can turn the volume up and down.
Oh man, that's sick.
It's a little.
Once you're not in the building, it won't be too bad.
And when it's under the hood, like the horn's like.
Yeah.
The hood,
No, you're right.
The horn is right at you.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. But oh my god, is that freaking impressive? So like, yeah, man. The fronts are. That is really.
They're all
God,
LEDs,
this.
so
Yeah.
they're super bright.
These were definitely one of the top ones. He was like saying, hey, we take off these ones off of a couple-year-old cars, and he's like, these were some of the best ones. And the guy gave them to him. I was like, oh my goch, dude, that's so killer. I can't wait to get it up and running. But dude, this is great, man.
Now you got cherries and berries.
Dude, this looks amazing.
The side, like, how do you do the alley? Yeah.
The speaker is amazing. It's
Yeah.
so loud.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have so much fun doing that. We're definitely gonna get in trouble. We're definitely gonna get in trouble. I was so happy just to get these. I was like, those are super cool, and then the bottom ones too. Oh, let's turn them all on. Let's turn them all.
You got it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, dude. Listen. Hey. Yeah.
How to impersonate a cop 101.
Oh, that is wicked, man. That's wicked.
Oh, with the bottom lights. Oh.
Dude, we got to get the manual transmission in there now. When we get the manual transmission in there, oh my gosh, dude, it's gonna be the best. Dude, those are so bright. I mean, it's hard for like. God, that is like.
The takedowns you can't look at. Like
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Liam, you almost banged your head on the freaking thing. It's like, oh. The side, like the alleyway lights, man, I love those too.
And there's all the different configurations, so you can change it up.
Or like the back ones go yellow and stuff. Like.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was the first thing I saw when you had to power it up.
Yeah. Like hazard them.
First we had all the buttons on, and it was wild.
I love how the
that.
bottoms like,
Wild.
yeah, the bottoms flicker and all that junk.
This is wicked.
I got those with the car because they came on a car that I guess that they forgot to strip down. So those were normally like I think they were like $1,000 for the bottom one, and I think that the top thing was like $2,500 or something like that. So coming together, I was so jealous, man. I was so jealous when I saw yours. I was like, that is so rad.
These are the 2 bolts that you need to get longer ones.
Okay.
That's all
So
you
can't
need
mount it
to
until we have those totally in there, right?
I wasn't ready.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's killer. Oh my gosh. We got 2 with the wheel. Okay, so this is the roof setting there, and then with the whale, yelp, and hold on, we got select tone. So that's the same deal. So how do? All right, so I'm trying to see what they do though. So
That was so bright.
is that the alley? Okay, sorry. So this is the lights. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to use this thing.
There's a whole
Okay, so that
manual just on sequencing.
oh, so that's just back right there. Dude, those look so good.
They're so bright.
Oh my gosh. I really want to find the guy that drove the car and take him for a ride. That would be so sick, man. Remember how slow it was?
Remember that Civic you couldn't catch?
So much goodies. I don't even know where to begin. Like I don't know how to play with them all, man. I was trying to get you, James.
Look how bright that thing is.
Yeah. Dude, those are
This is crazy.
yeah, that's just one LED, man. Yeah, it's freaking brutal bright, man. Oh my god. Thank you all so much, dude. Seriously. You guys did that one? You did Neighbor and this.
They just love the Fasterproms.
Dude, those
Police factory installation.
nice.
Factory installed.
No, man, that is so cool. I've been wanting to do this since I got it so bad, man. We just honestly just haven't had time to do crap, man.
Dude, I was saying to them, I was like, mine would have sat in a corner for another 6 months had they not done it.
Yeah, no, seriously, I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Now go pull somebody over.
So badly want to. That would have been, oh my gosh, man. The other night we had all these people racing up and down the road, and that was really, really tempting. I was like, dude, you should go out there and do it for
really
nothing.
fun.
I think impersonating officer is only a felony.
Only?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
It's only like maybe a few felonies. Do it like this.
So legit.
Oh my gosh, man. Come on, James.
Sir, get out of the car.
That officer sounds really intimidating. Guys, our Walmart trunk tank is a great success. The Rule 3,000 liter per hour pump in there, and she's a big girl, but this thing is a 27 quart Ozark Trail wannabe Yeti, but it works great. Really, really pleased with the overall performance of this. It really holds the heat out and keeps the cool in. So the insulation is fantastic. In other words, it really, really, really does everything that I was hoping that it would do and more. The fact that we have a heat exchanger up front, even if we do not have any ice in there, it does maintain a very nice equilibrium with our heat exchanger. When we want to have all that extra cooling, we just throw 20 pounds of ice in there. Fits totally no problem. We just take our hose and kind of pee it out. Everything works great. Really, really good budget setup for you guys that want to do a budget trunk tank. We're about to do something stupid.
That's an understatement.
Why don't y'all come along? So this is going to be fun. We're going to try not to get arrested. So we are in the Caprice. We're doing the preparations. We want to take this thing to the track on Thursday, and it is Tuesday. So we're going to try and make sure that everything is good and well and set, but we got the cop lights on here, and we just talked to a local police officer that is at the shop right now and said, hey, according to the local laws, it's basically that as long as you don't turn on the lights, you're okay. So here, localized within Pinellas County, we should, as long as we don't turn the lights on accidentally, and again, that's right down there, so something violent happens and hopefully we don't accidentally turn on the lights. We just did a trans relearn, and hopefully this thing shifts pretty good on the 2.3. This thing's a beast, and you know, he's wanting to do an LSA on his car, so eventually. Yeah, let's do it. So this will be this is like your teaser. Yeah, it's gonna be ugly for a second. Yeah. Oh, it'll be ugly for a little while. Yeah. Kind of like that. Yeah. Like it's like, you know, it's a slower. Wow, they whistle. So the roof lights whistle. That's definitely like that was never there. That was never there. Yeah. I see that. Yeah. And I just yeah, it's like there's just some weird little nonsense. Like normally I can get the training to do what I want, and it's never totally cooperated. So
unless your clutches in second gear have too much of a gap on them, and it takes a while for the pressure to build up in that clutch pack. That's what it kind of feels like. It's not slipping.
We just passed the cop, and we're good so far.
So far.
He was in the other lane. He was turning. So far. So far. Well, after much debate from the drive last night, we kind of decided, hey, we're going to be able to put a, we're going to rebuild the tree, really. I've really missed this car a whole lot. This really is one of my favorite cars. I just don't think that I'm going to be able to run the 9-second pass unless I have this tranny rebuilt. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rebuild this thing. Hopefully we'll get it back in a couple days and be able to run it. Well, everybody saw George pulling the tranny and everybody's asking, hey, are you putting the TR6060 in there? But no, I got to make good on my promise. I got to run this 9 before we put the trans in there. So anyhow, George is most of the way through, got our exhaust off. So once again, that is our cobbled together takeoff unit from a ZL1, which I absolutely love the sound of. Flows pretty darn good.
Ryan Tooley Racing Stage 3. Unbeatable.
Still got our stock drive shaft here. And what do we got? How many more bolts you got left, George?
Got one on top.
Okay. Pretty sweet, man. The curse of the Caprice will be lifted. We're gonna go ahead and get this time. It's gonna happen. Gotta get this thing fixed. I got a friend who's gonna hook me up really, really cheap on the rebuild, and he's gonna give me a Camaro SS converter. I feel that should be a little bit looser of a converter than what I have, because this converter feels probably near the tightest converter I have ever driven. So it's been kind of a pain in the butt, but hopefully those two things are going to get us where we need to go. That's pretty good. Trying out my new light. Separate the tranny from the dowel pins. Dowel pins. Separate the tranny from the dowel pins. Now, we haven't really looked into the swap of the TR6060 into the Caprice. I don't know even what is available over there in Australia or anything like that. But somehow or another, I think we're going to be able to get a lot of the Camaro parts and make them work. That's what's so cool about this car, is that it's kind of like Legos. I mean, we grab this part from this thing, and this from a G8, and this from a Camaro, and managed to make it work. So it's been a hell of a lot of fun dealing with this car. This has been a blast with this project. Honestly, I'm so glad we're kind of getting back to this project. I have so many things I still want to do with this. So many people I want to go ahead and take out and kind of share this whole experience. So the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, though, is I think this thing needs a handbrake. And Laz has never experienced the handbrake. You know, that's going to be something that's kind of crazy. And George, have you ever used something with a handbrake like that?
Just stock.
Just stock. It's definitely a different experience. So if we can get a handbrake on this thing, and we'll do that little inline type thing, and we'll get with Jeb, and hopefully we'll put a handbrake in this and be able to slide this thing around as well. We want this all-purpose, you know, this thing's a big freaking Orca, you know, look at it. But if we can get a handbrake on there and, hell, slide it around, it'll be a drag car, drift car, whatever, you know, it's gonna be great. The more the merrier. Can we yank this thing out of here already?
Ready?
Ready. Boom. On the ground.
Fire!
One day, little motor, you're gonna be bigger, and you're gonna be stronger, and you'll be forged, and all of your friends will envy you. The plan is to drop it off, get it built super fast, turn it around, make some freaking big power, go to the track, run a time. We got to go get with Ray, and he's a gentleman right down the road who parts out some Camaros, and hopefully we can get the rest of the remaining parts of what we need to do our manual swap. If this thing were a person, I would want to kick it in the face, though, for all the aggravation that I've been through. Non-cooperative. Let's get this thing fixed, run our time. This thing would be a lot lighter if we didn't have to have a transmission in there, Laz. I think it's probably one of the tightest converters I've ever driven. We get a low idle in the thing. I mean, I think we got maybe a 650 idle in it, and it wants to push with that. So it's, I don't know. I'm just really hoping that if we replace that converter, that it's going to be a little bit looser. Say a 2010 Camaro SS converter. We might just throw that in there and see if it's a little bit looser. I believe that it is a little bit looser. So an old trick that an old guy told me a long time ago is if you get a converter out of a really, really, really small car and you put it in a much bigger, heavier car that makes a lot more power, you're basically taking something that's like an 1800 stall and it becomes like a 4000 stall. So that's kind of, I'm not necessarily saying the same things. This is heavier than the Camaro, not by a lot, but hopefully we are certainly making a lot more power. And what works with the CTSVs is they take the stock converter, they don't modify it at all. Because they're making so much more torque, that converter becomes looser. So what would normally be, say, an 1800 stall becomes something like a 3000 stall, and it just works well. If we could get a 60-foot somewhere in the neighborhood of about a low 1.5, then we would definitely be able to get our 9-second pass. And of course, if the tranny shifts well. So that's what we're hoping for. All right, so these right here are these totally smoked clutches. That's what they're supposed to look like. Those are nice, fresh, and clean. Also, that was supposed to have some teeth there, and the teeth are all ground down. That's what they're supposed to look like right there. So, kind of looks like someone without any teeth. All these parts are made in the USA. Go America. Well, guys, we got this thing back together. So George is putting the last final touches on, putting the tranny fluid in, and we have a new, freshly rebuilt transmission. 6L80. The tranny that we got with it that was kind of hindered from the beginning. Got a new tranny mount. A buddy of mine just rebuilt the tranny. I picked it up this morning. I've been kind of busy with some other stuff, so I wanted to do some videoing of George putting the trans back in, but unfortunately I was just too busy. But we will have some final results. This is going to be kind of exciting. I'm hoping that this darn thing reaches its goal of 9-second pass, and then we can move on with our lives and put the manual transmission in there. Let's freaking do it. Oh, oh, psh, sit, sit. Hey. Dang, she's moving. Jerk drop, jerk drop. Hey! Half the man used to be.